Okay. Now I'm back. Now I'm good. Now I'm good. Okay. Wait till they join. Hey, Montrez. Okay. Wait till they join and get prepared. Hey, Rashad, what's going on? Hey, guys. I see y'all coming through. Yes. Thank y'all. Hey, guys. Y'all a little nervous because y'all don't show my real hair all the time, so I got my real hair out and about in these streets. Thank you. I don't even, this is like, y'all, this is all my hair. This is all my hair. This is all my hair. This is all mine. So, it's a little different for me, but, we're going to make it work. I'm good, y'all. I'm so good. I'm so excited, so happy. Just excited about, life in general. Y'all, my birthday is coming up in the next month and a half. So excited, guys. Chastity Huxtable. I guess I could be a Huxtable for a day. But yeah, I'm good. I'm happy. I'm just blessed and just really excited about next month and for July and August. My birthday's coming up. I'll be 32. So excited to be 32. Can't wait. So happy. What else? That's pretty much about it. And just ready for just new beginnings. I'm so excited and proud, y'all. Excited to have Basic Black on the show. They should be coming and joining me. I'm probably gonna have to send them a request. Let's see. Okay. And and I see Eric. Hey, Eric. I see him on the live. Look, y'all, I don't show everybody who I am. This is me. This is all of me. Okay. So I'm just waiting for Basic Black to come in. Just ready for everything. Yes, I see you, Eric. Hey, what's going on? Y'all got the real me. Hey, what is going on?
What's going on?
How y'all doing?
Man, doing great.
I'm good. Look, y'all, I'm a little nervous because y'all, this is my real hair. So I don't show my hair to everybody. So y'all got my real hair today.
It's my real hair,
right? Yes, y'all look so good. What's going on? What is all the members coming?
Second's about to walk out. 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, you got some love on the live. You got Eric Seats, the big time Eric Seats. Salute me, y'all.
Eric C.
Yes. That's so dope. Nothing. I'm so excited to interview y'all, just to, show y'all so much love. And I've been listening to y'all like for the past 2 weeks lately. So it's just been so dope listening to the music. And I like Resurrection, the song I like on there.
Yeah.
It's off my mind.
Hey,
off my mind. Let me tell you, off my mind. Y'all knew what y'all was doing with that song. That song is dope.
To get you off my mind.
Come on.
Apple, come in. My.
You better sing it. Aww. Hey, Spec. That's what you say. Got the BBs going on. Hey. I'm just loving this vibe. I'm loving this, energy y'all got going on, man. Y'all are so dope. But yeah, I do love Off My Mind. But before I do get started, I want to introduce myself. My name is Chastity Buckley. I'm the host of Midnight R&B Edition, Homage and Midnight Love BET, where I give all my homage and all my flowers to all my R&B singers, songwriters, and producers, and everybody who has changed the game of R&B. And I am here with some R&B legends. R&B legends. This is a legendary group. Y'all pretty much came as the innovators of the New Jack Swing when, we were kind of starting off in those 90s. The one and only Basic Black. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you. Yes.
Thank you so much. Well, I see 3 of y'all. Is Kelvin missing?
KB come be with us today.
Okay.
He had to take care of some stuff, but he definitely wanted to make it clear that he appreciates the opportunity. So we here to
look, I know y'all represent it because I'm here to support.
In his behalf.
Yeah. Well, I'm just excited. I know Anthony, Sean, and Lloyd, y'all are the members of the group. Well, Spec. I'm gonna say Spec. Yeah, I ain't gonna put your government name out there, but your government name is out there.
Which is fine. Yeah.
But Spec. so excited to have y'all on the show. Just so excited to talk about y'all legacy and y'all history, and just really want to honor y'all and show y'all so much love and everything. So, but before we do get started, I want to say how y'all been doing, how's everything been going, how y'all been, dealing with all the craziness going on since we kind of slowly finna come back out of this pandemic. How y'all been doing?
Well, for me, creatively, the pandemic he put us in a whole different level. Because when we first started this, the new record we're about to put out, new album we're about to put out, new project, we were going in one direction, but when everything shut down, we was like, you know what, that's a sign. We need to change something up. So we actually went in. We had about 5 songs done. We went in and scratched all those, and we did something totally new. Yeah. We did a whole.
What?
Oh my God. Yeah. So I mean, just working on a new project myself. I like to garden, so I got a garden and all that stuff. So that takes me away from the music just a little bit, just to get back with nature and all that stuff. But really, just creatively, it changed the game for me. So I'm happy about that. Not happy about the pandemic, but I'm glad it made a lot of people sit down and just really reflect on life. And I need to get something needs to change, and I need to do that. So for me, that's what it was.
Yeah, that's so dope.
Like we had the pandemic was definitely a true test. But through the pandemic, we were able to keep each other grounded, especially with the distance that we experienced in our personal lives with family members and things that we face on the day to day. We were able to keep that, motivation, that encouragement towards each other, heavy, in the group. And that really, for me, that's what really kept me, creative.
Yeah.
Sometimes it could be discouraging, and it was.
Yeah.
But the fact that I had my brothers to lean on in these different moments in time, what really made me, feel like, okay, come on, we got to push through.
Yeah.
For me, the pandemic was like an eye-opener, like, this could really happen. Sometimes you don't really think that stuff like this can really happen, but so we was able to hunker down and out of it, we was able to create theater. That's the good part about it. We did a pandemic show.
Yeah.
And on top of that, we did a song. I don't know if you heard it. It's called "All We Need Is Love." Yeah, it's about the pandemic and the whole situation. So if y'all haven't heard that, go out. It's downloadable. It's on all platforms and that's
right. So it just really, like I said, it just brought us together. I mean, we didn't have a lot of people come to the studio. We had the group and some of their family members come to the studio, and that was it. So it brought us together close, like Anthony said, it just having us together, because we didn't, like some people, you can't come through, man. It's so much fun. We're not sure where you've been. We don't know what you've been doing, so you got to stay away. So my brothers, we all know where we were at all times, because we always check on each other. And it brought us closer. It brought us closer as a group.
Oh, well, I'm just so happy to hear about that. And I'm just happy that y'all created music, during this time, because I think, during the pandemic, it opened you, to create, have creativity, just pretty kind of force y'all together to do what you got to do. And I've loved that, because for me, I can understand for myself, I really wanted to create a platform to always honor R&B music, but I had to kind of, think about myself, like, how would I do this? And, I can understand from your perspective of how it is when you, trying to create, and then you kind of stifle and shuffle when you just stuck in one place. But I think what I love about you guys was y'all stayed as a group together, and y'all really, really wanted to make sure that, regardless of what's going on out in the outside of the world, y'all have each other to stick by. So I'm proud of y'all. And I'm just really, really just impressed that, y'all really have really found so much within every adversity that you've been through with your group. And we're going to talk about that a little deeper. But, for sure, I'm just really proud of you guys and just happy that y'all just came back. And with Resurrection, I just was talking to Anthony. I was like, I love Off My Mind. That's a bop.
Oh, and you got to hear it live, because he played this version of one of Jay-Z songs, "Dead President." You got to mix it in with "Off My Mind." It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, you got to hear it live. Show.
And Spec, I know you're a producer, so I know you be up in your bag hitting them sounds. You already know how you do.
Ooh, the bag is full.
Come through, okay?
Pandemic had me. Ooh, the bag. Look, not just me, my brother. They'll call me, "Hey man, listen to this," and I would get ideas from them. And they're like, "No, change this up." So it's not just me. Hey, let me just do a song and give it to y'all. It's like, nah, but we don't like that. Nah, but change it. So I can't take credit for how everything sounds, because once again it's a group effort, and we're self-sustained. You know what I'm saying? We write, we produce, mix, master. Everything is from the studio that we come from. So
he's being modest. Let me tell you this right here. I don't get to creating until he send me the beat. Right. I'm not gonna write a lyric until he send me that track. I can be in the studio like, "Oh, I need that tonight," No, man, I can change some of these horns on it.
Let me find out y'all pin game lethal in the game, because like I said, off my mind is that jam.
Oh,
Yeah.
Off my mind is here. This new project.
Oh.
It's all the way up there.
Oh, man.
I'm out the camera. Look
man.
at it. I'm out the camera. The new project. Hey,
I'm excited.
Every interview we do, we bragging on this new project.
I'm sorry.
too.
I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
CJ, he produced on that Off My Mind.
Yeah, he helped produce on he actually started Off My Mind, the track, sent it to us, and by us being basically black, hey, we got to add our twist to it, and that's what we did.
Yeah.
But CJ, oh my gosh, that dude is actually one of Anthony's one of his great friends.
Kid?
Yeah, he a drum.
Oh, that's dope.
His IG is Drummer Kid.
Drum Kid Official. Yeah, CJ, shout out to him.
Okay, shout out to him. But like I said, that's a vibe. And like I said, for the ladies here, that you be like, yeah, that's that jam that's gonna get you right. You already know. So I'm so proud of y'all. So before we do get started, I want to talk about, your history and your legacy of who you are. So I know y'all from Columbus, Georgia, and I want to ask y'all, how was it kind of like living there in Georgia? How did you get your inspiration for the rhythm and blues R&B music, and how did you get inspired to do what you do right now?
Well, two of us are from Columbus, myself and Kelvin from Columbus. Anthony and Sean, they'll tell you where they're from. But me coming up in Columbus, Columbus is really a military town. Really not a lot to do in music. In high school, the best thing to do for music is to be in band. So everyone I knew from Kelvin, and I met him in elementary school, but we all played drums. We were drummers. So my thing was, I wasn't a good drum player. So I was like, you know what? Let me switch over to something else. So I started playing trumpet.
Yeah.
Trumpet, it went to piano and keyboard. So I was pretty much the only one in our circle that played keyboard. So I was kind of in demand because nobody else, everybody else wanted to play drums. But of course, Columbus, it was really like soulful music, Aretha Franklin, James Brown, all that stuff. For me, that inspired me was a lot of Prince, Minneapolis sound, the Deal, all that stuff. Then as I was getting older, when New Jack Swing, when Guy and Teddy started coming to fruition and coming in, when I heard New Jack Swing, I was like, hold up, what is, that's it. Because the drums was knocking and the keys was knocking. I'm like, oh my God. So for me, that's where it really started. Like, you know what? I really want to become a producer and be signed to a label. Even though we were a backup band in Columbus where we played at different clubs and we opened up talent shows, we played a lot of cover tune songs. That's what that's how we kind of got started as a cover band in Columbus, Georgia. So
that's dope.
Yeah.
So like in the midst of that, did you meet the other group members? I know Anthony and Sean are the new group members, but like with Dezo and Walter, like how did you get to did y'all all meet in that cohesive part?
Yeah, well, Walter Mucho, he's from Columbus as well. So we met Mucho through a mutual friend, and Mucho played bass. So he was there, Kelvin played drums, bass player, boom. So once again, like I said, we were like the backup band for a lot of shows and all that stuff. Come to find out, Guy and Today, they were coming to Columbus. And at the time, we were like, man, we really want to go to the show. We knew some of the radio people, and we actually was able to open up the show for Guy and Today. They didn't have an opening.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we were the cover band for that show. So we actually played a few tunes and stuff. After we played, we were able to meet Gene and meet Teddy and meet Big Boss Today. And Today didn't have a group. A band. They actually played with at the time was a DAC. So like a CD or something. Their whole show was like that. So we spoke to them, spoke to Gene, like, y'all need a band. We'd love to come on the road to be y'all band. We from small Columbus, Georgia. We just shoot our shot. Back then, we could say, whatever y'all need us to do, we'll do it. Gene and Teddy was real nice. Okay, cool. We'll keep y'all in mind. We have a lot more shows to do, but we'll keep you in mind. If you're ever in New York, look us up, blah, blah, blah. So we took that to heart. But that's kind of how we met Mucho, through mutual friends, and we just formed back groups together and stuff. And that's how we met Gene and Teddy and all that. Right.
And so, Anthony, the same question, and Sean, like, how did you get your inspiration? Where y'all from, and how did you get your feel for R&B music?
I'm from a small town called Dublin, Georgia, and my mom and my pop was great singers. So my mom being on the gospel thing, I'm being in church. I'm a church boy. I grew up in the church. So, and just from there, the love of music was always in me. My aunties, everybody sang. So at the age of 9, I moved to Atlanta, and I grew up here. I went to Tri-Cities High School with Escape and TLC, and then Outkast, of course, and you know, just having that foundation and being around just music period, I just did it. You know, I started writing at the age of 13, and just honing my craft and just fell in love with R&B and actually bought the first Basic Black album. was a huge fan myself.
So it was destined.
Original album. And
that's dope.
I had my mama to buy for me on cassette.
Okay, because you know cassettes was real back in the day. I'm just saying.
I had a Walkman. You clip it on your hip. Oh, I thought I was doing something. You couldn't tell.
Right.
So, you know, the music always did take me away from everything. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what my living situation was, I had. So that in sports. So then, you know, just start making my way through the industry and just start working with a couple of people here and there and start writing. Done a couple of DJ Screen stuff. I worked with Parlay from the Franchise Boys and just start working with a lot of rappers, independent rappers. Stayed on the industry. You know, and decided to do my own project with a producer who had some placements on Gucci and Huey by the name of Real the Producer. And I wound up covering Special Kind of Food from Basic Black.
Yeah, you know, that's everybody. That's, you know, everybody been covering that song.
And
that's everybody go to.
That is.
And it caught the ears of one of his friends, Matrix. And Matrix introduced me to Spec and King Matrix. And I've been here ever since.
Oh, I just love that journey. And then I just love y'all because, you know, Georgia, a lot of people sleep on Georgia, but I really learned about Georgia is it's really the home of heart of R&B music, especially because of what the New Jack Swing has done so much, you know, from your group to Babyface, L.A. Reid, like y'all really, really came in and really just took over. So learn about the history of Georgia. Georgia has a lot of history, especially like, you know, rest in peace to Ray Charles. I just love what he did for Georgia as well. You know, brought that blues and that R&B type of feeling. You get what I'm saying? So just excited.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Growing up in New York City, in Delaware, actually.
What?
I always, you know, was the creator in my family. You know, talent shows, showcases. I was always trying to find a way to, you know, be on that platform. But I realized that, you know, my city, although, you know, I was the most, you know, creative, it really didn't have that music. They didn't really embrace music as much. Yeah. So I knew that I eventually would have to relocate, which caused me to land in Atlanta, and I'm so glad I did for real. Because I just feel like the doors not only open, but I was able to meet family and, you know, and open arms. But so music for me is it's an experience. You know, I grew up in the church as well, so you know, just having that passion for music, you know, by way of church and you know, I had that down, but I realized that I didn't want to be a gospel artist. I knew that me and my message that I wanted to do, like on Tales, I wanted to talk about relationships and how they start and how you never want to try again because it hurts so bad. Like I wanted to relate. So I knew that R&B music was that's how I'm going to make that ministry. That's how I'm going to connection with those who can identify that may not want to step in the four walls.
Exactly.
So the way to do it than to sing, you know, R&B music. And I stand flat foot on it. Anybody, you know, come on, Dupree. Connect with me, but I let them know. Like, come on, Dupree. Tell them. Come on, Dupree. Come on, Dupree.
You better preach.
You know, I met these good brothers, man. I mean, my life has changed drastically. Like since they came into my life, like you know, their families embraced me, my family, and I'm just grateful. I'm grateful to me being the youngest in the group. I like that. Because, you know, I'm able to, you know, be the student in some, you know, certain situations and just, you know, like a sponge. I want to take it all in.
Right. I love that. I love what you said. I love what you say, Anthony, because for me, I do my show called R&B Song Relationship, is where I take classic hits and I break the song right down into real life situations. So I love what you said. I kind of relate to you on that. And what I do is I take like really big hits or, you know, just album cuts and really like break them down into real life situations. Because we always talk about the songs, like what they've done for our lives. But I want to do it to a perspective of where it can help and change lives. So I love how you said that. And, you know, you talking about that, I know y'all have a big, huge thing. Like I said, listen to Off My Mind, the anthem, stuff like that. The album Resurrection talks about, bringing a new beginning of where that feel-good music used to be at. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So it's really dope.
At the Resurrection, it was really, from the first album to the second one, which is the Resurrection, it was just letting people know, hey, we're back.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
We still do what we do, but the new album, oh my God. I'm have to keep going there.
Well, I'm ready for the third one.
This new album is a staple of who and what we really do. We're producers, we're writers, musicians, storytellers, artists, creators. Like a lot of people don't know, he hasn't told you yet, but Love and Hip Hop, he produces on that show.
Oh, wow.
Behind the camera scenes, he's a associate producer now. Associate producer of.
Wow.
So it's a lot of stuff that we have coming out that people just.
Y'all just a super group. Y'all just a super group, in my personal opinion.
When it's out there, it's good.
We are a super group, but you know what? A lot of people just they don't want to give Basic Black. I just do. So we're gonna from Columbus, Georgia, we gonna take it.
You better take it, because that's my job. I have to make sure that y'all flowers are always up on my platform.
Thank
okay. So dope for that. So dope. Okay, so now since we are talking about your history in the music, so now, like you said, I know Spec, you talked about Gene kind of helped you get to that. So can you talk about the process of how it was when you got discovered from the group? And people are showing you so much love. Shout out to my girl Tamara Savage, the big R&B songwriter in the building, showing y'all so much love. Thank you, sis.
Yeah, thanks for the heart. Thank y'all.
Yes, thank you so much. So I wanted to ask you, how did you form the group Basic Black, and how did y'all get the name, and how did Gene kind of help form and get y'all record deal?
That's a whole lot. But the name, like I said, in Columbus, we're a cover band, and with cover bands, usually the band changes members a lot, singers.
Right.
And we had a guy named Smurf. His name was Terrence Murphy. He was one of the singers, and Big Mike, rest in peace, he played bass at one time.
Yeah.
So it was just a lot of different. Antoine Patton, he was a guitar player. Nate Johnson. So we had a lot of people intertwined in the group, but the core stayed together with myself, Mucho, and KB. But at one point, we needed a name. We didn't have a name. So everybody wrote a name down. We put it in the hat. Whatever the name came up, that's what we're going to use. Not sure who actually came up with the name. We pulled it out, and it was Basic Black.
Oh, wow.
So we were like, hey, we kept to our word. That's what we're going to keep. At first, I'm like, man, Basic Black. We black. So we don't, people think basic, y'all Basic Black. It just didn't ring to me. But then we realized that it wasn't really the name. It was, our energy and how we produce and our music. That's what, was going to get people to accept us. So that's how the name came about.
Yeah.
So the group Basic Black, we always worked on original music in Columbus, Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
At the time, it was this thing called the Budweiser Showcase.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's so long ago.
Yeah, it was a long time. So what we did, they had local bands create a song and submit the song to be featured, to win, and all that stuff. I produced a song with the other members in the group as well, and we won that Budweiser Showdown Showcase.
Right.
So we always produced music, always, writing and creating. So when we met Gene and met Teddy through that, doing the opening act and all that stuff, didn't know Gene's grandmother lived in Columbus.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so with that, Gene was like, well, if y'all come to New York, we'll look out for y'all, blah, blah, blah. We're like, okay, cool. So we thought Gene would come to Columbus off and on. So we would just ride around Columbus, Georgia, and look for any car that had a New York tag or something. Columbus is small, so it had to be something to the point of a nice BMW with big rims, a nice, So we actually saw a car, a BMW with the big rims from New York City, parked at somebody's house.
Wow.
Mind you, we went to that house, parked across the street, slept that whole night myself, Kelvin, and Mucho, slept in the car that night. Gene walked out of that house that next day. Wow. When he walked out, we got up and walked to him. And we was like, hey, Gene, we Basic Black. You met us. We opened up the show. And from then, we kind of, he saw the determination and it kind of went from there. And we actually went to New York. Myself and Mucho and another friend of ours, we drove to New York, didn't have a place to stay. Went up there on a Saturday. We didn't know that the offices were closed. So Guy's drummer, his name is Abe. We met him, behind the show and everything. Mm-hmm. He let us stay in his basement for that Saturday and Sunday. Mm. Mind you, really no money, no clothes, no food. So that Monday we went to Gene's office. Gene was like, oh, y'all really showed up? Oh, okay, fellas, I got y'all. Next thing you know, he was like, okay, y'all the Bagger Band. Call your other members, tell them to come up. Kelvin was working at the bank. He was a bank teller. We called him. He was like, yeah. We was like, bruh, today your last day. We in New York. We not coming back. And literally, when we went up there, we didn't come back to about 3 or 4 months. Trying to like new clothes. We stayed in the hotel. So that's really, in a nutshell, how we kind of really got started as a Bagger Band for today. But while we're still doing the Bagger Band, learning their songs, we're still producers. So we still we're creating songs. So like She's Mine and Nothing But a Party and all that stuff on the first album, those songs already created when we're doing the Bagger Band for today and all that stuff.
That's dope. It so reminds me of Jodeci's story too. Like it's kind of like y'all have a real kind of connection in some type of way, because I know for sure the same story with Jodeci. They kind of had their stuff in the process too. By the time they got to New York, same type of circumstances and everything like that. So I kind of see the connection y'all have with those two, even though y'all were the first. And being a part of that, I kind of see that the drive and determination was, in order to make it, you had to kind of relocate and move to New York to kind of get that process going. You know what I'm saying? Now, I think that's dope because a lot of people, I think we're so used to people just singing, but I think it takes more than that. And I've learned myself, even just doing my shows, people do songwriting, people do producing. It's a whole thing just to create an album. You know what I'm saying? So it's really dope.
Just the whole process. Like you said, you'll see these T-shirts, like this T-shirt, his T-shirt. Yeah. My wife, we have our own printing company. So we print from T-shirts to hats. We do everything for Basic Black. So everything is in-house.
I need that.
Oh, you need that? What else you need? We got T-shirt. We got hats.
I want a T-shirt too.
we just went live a couple of days ago. We played a snippet of some of the new stuff. Yeah. And we had a little contest going, and about 5 or 6 people kind of won some T-shirts. Yeah. We just shipped them out. So they'll have those in the next couple of days. So we do everything.
I think that's dope.
Out.
I love that y'all your own person, like y'all own your own stuff. Like I talk about this all the time. Own everything. You got to make sure you know the business, because one thing I learned about just in general about learning about, being an entrepreneur or just being, your brand out there, you got to make sure that the legacy is always preserved. You know what I'm saying? And making sure that you, do it for the right reason for yourself and your, your group. And I just think that's dope.
And with new artists, they'll say, oh, I'm a new artist, I'm a new producer. No, you're a new entrepreneur. Oh. You're not just an artist. You're not just you're an entrepreneur. Right. So now you have to bring all that to the table. Because you have talent, that's great. But now you need to you have to go and we took classes online about business and entrepreneurship and all. You have to do it. You know, you have to do it. So don't look at yourself just as an artist or a producer. You're an entrepreneur.
You better preach. You better preach. Yes, indeed. You better preach. So I love how you said that, Spec. So now you're in the process of doing the album, your self-titled debut album. And then doing that, like, how was it in general, just, releasing the first single, She's Mine, and, Special Kind of Fool? Like, how did you feel when those records came out, starting in that New Jack Swing? Because, mind you with Teddy Riley, Keith Sweat, and all these people that came out, literally. So how did you feel as a whole in there?
The crazy thing was being with Gene and Teddy and all of them at the time when they were still together, we went to the studio and we, like I'm sitting here, Teddy's sitting right where Anthony is sitting, and he's producing. So I'm I'm from Columbus, Georgia, in New York at the peak when Peace of My Love and all that stuff was hitting the radio. And I'm sitting right here looking at Teddy like, like he said, a sponge. I was a sponge. Okay.
Wow.
Soaking up. So when Gene and Teddy split, Gene was like, we had a choice to go to Virginia with Teddy or with Gene, but Gene moved to Columbus. I mean, he moved to Atlanta, to Georgia. So we was like, we going to Georgia because if nothing don't happen, we should be at home.
Be at home, yeah.
But that's where, like, like I said, we worked on She's Mine before really getting with Gene and all them, but that New Jack flavor had a I mean, it took a toll on us. It inspired us a whole lot. So just doing that, and the song She's Mine actually came out on Gene's independent label first, which is called Sony, Sound of New York.
Okay.
So it came on a white label, and it had She's Mine, Basic Black, boom. Came out, it was killing, it was hitting the radio. The thing first was that people loved it so much, we got picked up by Motown. Yeah. Motown being who Motown is, like, you know what, we need this on the Motown label. Took everything off the shelves, cassettes, everything was out, took it off the sale, recall.
Oh, wow.
So everything back out with the Motown stamp on it. But during those 3-4 months, everything started going down because people couldn't find a record. What hurt us, we was happy to be with Motown because it hurt us a little bit, but we were able to get on a lot more shows. They had a lot more connections. We did the Soul by the Sea on BET, Donnie Simpson, went on tour with the Boyz II Men, Hammer, just a lot of people. But really, just hearing our record, for me, hearing the record the first time on the radio in Atlanta, just ride down the street and boom, it comes on. I'm like, dude. You know, it was just, it's that moment. It to this day, for me, it's still that moment.
Yeah.
Because I just love music and love producing. And it's like for me, it's like when you produce a brand new song, it's like having a kid and now the kid is alive. And now when you hear it on the radio, your kid's going off and doing his own thing. So now you're happy that it's out there and people can enjoy it and feel what you was doing. But for me, it was just a happy time.
Yeah. And I was listening. Yeah, definitely. And I was listening to She's Mine, and it does sound like they're created with Pete Rock and Heavy D. I heard some little snippets of that. They kind of sampled y'all 1 year later after that. And then when I heard Special Kind of Fool, I didn't even realize too. Y'all have, like you said, people have covered this song so much. Right. It was a Houston group down in Houston back in 2002. They had covered a Special Kind of Fool called Deep Threat. Yes, they did. And I thought it was really dope. And they really Deep Threat is basically they're a Houston group, and they actually were discovered by Lil Flip. So they were kind of like in that bubble, and they kind of recreated your song, and it's on Spotify too. So I heard it. I was like, okay, like y'all got that inspiration going on.
Well, the crazy thing is, the singles that we had was She's Mine, Nothing But a Party, and Whatever It Takes. Special Kind of Fool wasn't a single. That means radio people, DJs, they had to listen to the full album to hear that and start playing it. That's how strong that song was.
Yeah. It usually happens like that. I've always, and that's what me and my friends, we had a conversation when we was talking about Vanessa Williams said the best for last. You know, a lot of people wasn't fooling with that record until the DJs played it and they broke the record. And I feel like too, we miss that in R&B right now. We miss DJs like breaking records because I feel like they're the ones that get it a lot. And you know, for the DJs to break Special Kind of Fool, when now people have recreated, you know, made cover songs. I mean, I've been on Instagram, people have covered the song a lot of times. But I think it's dope because your legacy is still out there, you know?
Right. Well, definitely when you hear it again, tell them to tag The Real Basic Black.
I will.
And we will listen to it, and we will give our true reaction to, you know. Definitely that.
I think it's great though, like when you have people from the South, like where we're from, really bigging y'all up, because for them to even cover this song again and just make it into their own little spin, but even though they still, you know, doing them little isms like, you know, Dezo did, because I mean, Dezo to me sounds like Aaron Hall. 100% sounds like Aaron Hall to me.
It's pronounced Dezo. I'm sorry to correct you.
Dezo? I'm sorry. No, it's good. It's good.
It's Dal Dezo Adams. Yeah, rest in peace.
Yeah.
You know, he passed.
R&B, yeah. Definitely for sure. So yeah, Dezo, for him to sound like that, I mean, it's really dope. Really, really dope. So I know since go ahead. I'm sorry, I can hear you.
I think him and Aaron was friends.
Yeah.
They sound alike.
Aaron Hall and Dezo, Well, with a little story with Dezo. Dezo was a drummer. And he was signed to Gene Griffin, to GR and all that stuff. Even before we got to New York, he was already a part of that Teddy, Gene, and all that era. And when we moved up there, we didn't have a lead singer at the time. It was just myself, Kelvin, and Mucho. And we didn't have a lead singer for Basic Black. So Gene put Diesel with us. And that's how that was created, man. And it was just, it was amazing. Man, that whole group there was amazing. You know, amazing. It took us, man, it was great. You know, it was definitely. So with the new group, what we're doing now, we didn't try to find a new Diesel, which a lot of people, a lot of singers, a lot of groups, they were like, oh, we're going to find somebody else that sound like. We didn't want to do that. We, you know, and we spoke to Diesel's mother and brother, went to Diesel's funeral, and his mom was like, you know, hey, y'all keep Basic Black alive, gave us our blessing. You know what I'm saying? They were able to meet, you know, and everything. So that's why we keep moving. We keep moving. And we always give shots to Diesel and to Mucho, because that's where it really started. With the new guys, man, I mean, that's, you know, we're going to keep it moving.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, definitely. I appreciate that. I know, rest in peace to him, because I mean, you know, for him to be so groundbreaking, because when I listened to him, I was like, he is so Aaron Hall. I said, this is Aaron Hall all day. But I said, y'all are Basic Black, so I can differentiate the two from Basic Black and God. But I think because y'all were in that New Jack Swing, and y'all really were like at the defining moment at the time, you know, you really were making airways for yourself and your group and really being impactful. I mean, like seeing 1 year later, Jodeci comes out, seeing Boys and Men come out, seeing all these people come out after y'all. Y'all really were like the blueprint to really understand of how it is. Oh,
that's what people don't thank you, but you're the first one to really put that out there. And I hope we have all these 2.5 million people in right now. I'm
hoping. You just had Homer Ride from Mid Condition up in here. He was just up in here just now.
What? What's up? What's up, man? Yes. One of our favorites is what?
Oh my God. So Fine was one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Oh my God. With the live with the drums. Oh.
I know that's great. But I have to put it out there because I always, when I do my research, I want people to understand where the beginning comes from. You have to start from the beginning before you go to the future. So, like, you always have to understand how it is when you started about, learn about the history of people. But what I learned about you guys was you really were trendsetters, and people had to really see, because I was thinking to myself, I'm like, like, definitely they got to, it's a Jodeci thing going on next 1 year later. Then you got Boys Men coming out, then you got Silk and all these people coming after y'all, but you really created a blueprint for yourself to make a path for Jodeci, because that's why I was thinking, Spec, you remind me of Devontae. That's why I'm like,
that's a great compliment. But the difference between a lot of us, like I can see the comparison to Jodeci and a few other groups, but a lot of groups, they really don't write or produce or do everything themselves. We're self-contained. Mid Condition, oh my gosh, that's 100%. They do everything, which is amazing. But a lot of other groups, they don't. We produce, we write, everything. We do everything in house. You know what I'm saying? So if it doesn't come out right, or if it doesn't sound right, it's on us. It's not on anybody else. So we produce what we do.
Right.
So we got going back to that new record. We got 2 New Jack songs. Oh my God. Oh my God.
We're gonna do a new Jack album.
You know when Bruno Mars came out and it was like, oh, Bruno Mars doing New Jack. Oh, he really doing that New Jack? No. When you hear that, we learn from Teddy. I got to give Teddy credit. When you hear it, you're gonna think, hold up, Teddy had to do something. No.
Wow.
What? Just wait. I can't even talk. Just wait.
But I think, Spec, you being a sponge, and like you said, you absorb so much from him and learn his creativity. Created your own creativity. It kind of keeps going and going and going. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's like 30 years, some of a big time span. So for you to be that impactful, and for him to be impactful, and in your new music, it's going to show you that the legacy still keep going. And everybody loves 90s music. That's where everybody goes to. That's like the number one decade of all time that everybody goes to. So I just think it's really dope for that. So I'm excited. So now, since we are in the in the topic talking about how you guys got created and stuff like that, and I know you guys went your separate ways. After that time, did you feel like you kind of like got them put on hold when everything happened for y'all, or like what happened after everything y'all guys disbanded?
Well, when we split ways, I mean, for me, with the group thing, I'm like, that was kind of like, man, I really want to do it, but at the time, the other members, Diesel went on to sing background for Justin Timberlake. Lucio, he went on doing production and producing for other people. So myself and Kelvin decided, you know what, we produce, so let's do that. So we moved on and we went to Dallas Austin. We got signed to Dallas.
The Dark?
Yeah, we were signed to Dark. We were signed to Dark. And then from Dark, we moved over and signed to Jermaine Dupri for a few years. Had a lot of records out, a lot of great artists that we produced for. But Kelvin, he really wanted to do Basic Black again. And I really didn't do it. I wanted to stick to just doing production for a lot of other people. But he convinced me, hey, man, let's find some new singers, man, and just really keep the legacy going. But during that time, we produced for a lot of other people. With Easton, Missy Elliott, Alexander O'Neal. I mean, we produced for a lot of it.
Too Short, Fergie, Snoop.
Yep, all that. Thank you. You did some research. Yeah.
Look, I know you. Look, Spec. I know you was on that Whitney Houston, "My Love Is Your Love." Oh yes, and
in my business.
And in my business. Yes.
In my business, really, for me, that was a big song because at the time, that's when Whitney and Bobby, everybody was talking about Whitney Bobby in their business. We did a song called "In My Business" about that situation. The thing is, we recorded at Whitney's house. So we were at Whitney's house for 2 weeks straight. Yeah, 2 weeks straight. We sitting there with Missy Elliott, and we planning and we pinning. Hey, so Whitney, what do you think about what happened this day? Well, let me tell y'all the story. So we were actually getting events from what happened throughout certain days.
Yes.
Man, we starstruck.
I know y'all were.
Because you got
That's Whitney Houston.
Not just Whitney. Missy Elliott.
Yeah.
You know, Missy Elliott. That's when the he ha was at the top of the chart.
That's in the rain. Yeah.
I was like, what?
Man.
Wow.
So yeah. So we were in our element, man, and we just, man, God to be the glory, man. Amen.
Yeah.
Amen.
But I think it's really dope that Whitney, you know, and that's what I love about Whitney Houston, because one thing I've talked to so many, you know, songwriters and stuff like that, they said she was a really genuine person. And when it came down to talent and people, oh, she loved that.
So genuine. Like I said, we was up there about 2.5 weeks, about 2 weeks. Mine recorded everything, and she gave us a few, what you call them, relics from her house. So she gave us a few things that, you know, we never posted. But the crazy thing was, a couple of months after the record came out, she did a tour. Came to Atlanta. Her personal assistant called me. Hey, I want you and your wife to come to the show. She's singing "Oh Yes It In My Business." Got to the show, the VIP treatment, went backstage. We got an autograph with Whitney and Bobby on the same page, on the same man. So that's how Whitney was. She didn't forget about. We produced a song, you know, months ahead of time. Right. You know, she remembered. Hey, we're in Georgia. They produce these songs. Reach out to them, bring them to the show.
Yeah,
that's so dope. That's
so dope. And my girl Tamara Savage, she's also a songwriter too. She actually co-wrote Heartbreak Hotel. She's on the live as well. And
hey, Tamara, hey, hit us up. We got tracks. Hey, hey, let's collaborate. Basically, hey, let's collaborate. For real.
So dope. Real. But I know I definitely heard great things about Whitney Houston. I think that's really just show her character and just show how she is as a person. But I think for you to be in the same room, like I said, you've been with legends. I mean, you was with Teddy Riley. One of the biggest legends in history, you know?
And a lot of people don't know with the Whitney. I'm sorry to cut y'all with the Whitney thing.
Oh, no, you get him.
Oh, yes. Actually, Kelvin was in L.A. with Babyface. And at the time we recorded vocals, like Whitney did vocals kind of like here in New York. But Babyface here in L.A. So we were able to, so we did some groundbreaking stuff on that record. A lot of people.
Good job.
On that album, we had the longest record on that album. Like normal records are like 4 minutes, and at the time it was 4 minutes and 20 or 3:50. We had like 6 minutes and 12.
Wow.
We got paid a little extra because it was the longest record on. But we didn't know that was the process. Yeah. So a lot of people got to realize if you have the longest record on someone's album project, that's a little bit extra oomph to it.
Yeah.
So we was happy about that as well. So.
Yeah. But I think
Savage, hit us up.
Yes. But yes, definitely for sure. But like that's what I love about you, Spec. Like you really took your legacy from what you did back with your group, and you kept it going on with other artists. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I think it's so dope for y'all to be so groundbreaking, gravitating to be with so many artists within yourself. Because what I love too, shout out to LJ from Profile. I talked to him last year when we celebrated Profile's 20th anniversary, and he said Teddy Riley really, you know, schooled him about the business and it made him understand, you know, about music. And I think what you have learned from back when you were doing, you know, your group Basic Black, you really have taken that longevity and bringing in so many things, but you made sure that the business always comes first before everything else. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
But the crazy is, the business came after the project, after the breakup, and oh man, we didn't make this, we didn't do that, and I had to learn it. So from that point on, going into Dark, going into Whitney, going into Jermaine Dupri, that's where my business is straight.
Right.
So with the Basic Black thing, we were just happy to get out of Georgia. Right. You know what I'm saying? We just, just happy to be somewhere else. So hey, but that's what that would happen.
Yeah. But I think it's dope though, because like I said, everything is a lesson learning experience and everything is really taught because sometimes you have to get knocked down to get back up. And just learning about your mistakes, you really took your mistakes and made it into something triumphant. I mean, you went off to Dallas Austin. Like, he's big too. And that's a person that I always feel like, you know, definitely needs to get his flowers, him and Jermaine, because they really set the tone. When Atlanta was coming big, y'all was coming with some hits. And like I said, I was a baby. I literally was 6 years old listening to TLC, knowing doggone well I shouldn't be listening to them folks. But I think because the producing and everything was so gravitating with the melody. I mean, y'all brought 90s music really is the landmark in the golden age of music now. Like, that's how I feel. You know?
I'm getting a tidbit with the Basic Black video, She's Mine. The beginning of the video, you see us walking into this room, but you see 4 BMWs in the back of it.
Right.
One of those BMWs was Dallas's BMW. He was at this video shoot.
What?
Yeah, so a lot of people don't know. I didn't know that. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff that people don't know about these videos and who was on set. It's a lot of those stories you can tell, but
who was the dude with the green eye? He took the girl at the end.
He was actually a trainer for Atlanta Falcons at the time back then.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he was a trainer for the Atlanta Falcons.
Man, he took the girl from all the bases. Like,
and the girl was Atlanta Hawks cheerleader.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she was a cheerleader at the time, yeah.
That's dope. Oh, wow. That is crazy. Wow. So I wanted to ask you, how do you feel that fans gravitate to 90s R&B and New Jack Swing being a staple of creating music and knowing that you have been a part of that? How do you feel about people going back to that time and that era?
Being people going back producing New Jack or
everything, just sampling, all that stuff.
I'm just happy to still be able to produce, and I'm just happy that people are recognizing back, the 90s, and for people to say, oh, it's about to come back around. We know that style. We were there when it was created. We were, like I said, we were there during that process. So you can tell a difference from when you hear New Jack Swing produced by Basic Black and Teddy Riley from New Jack Swing produced by a new artist coming out doing New Jack.
Yeah.
It's definitely a big difference. But I mean, it's the happy feeling. You know what I'm saying? It's just happy to really be a part of it. And, even if we don't get all the accolades, Basic Black, we don't get that. We still feel, just happy about, people are bringing it back. I mean,
right. But I think, but I think it was dope. And I had an interview with Shirley Murdoch this year. And one thing she told me and made me understand, it's not about, I think the accolades is about the people. It's truly about the people, because when you impact people and you just really make history for your group and yourself, you really are impacting everybody and everything. You know what I'm saying? So I just really think it's just really dope that you make an impact more than it.
All I'm saying is, hey, Anga, you brought up one of my favorites, Shirley Murdoch, as we lay rock. But he has to give you a little something on that. This is no one knows about this right now. This is the first.
It's an exclusive. No, let me get ready.
Without the E, it's an exclusive. It's without the E. It's in the South.
So Shirley happens to be my spiritual godmother. And she is definitely a pivotal person in my life since I've met her. Always encouraging, always, motivating and inspiring. We actually met doing some shows. I was and we did a national stage tour. In the show, I was a son and she was my grandmother. And from that moment, it became real.
Wow.
Develop a relationship. Needless to say, she will be featuring on one of our new songs that we're going to be.
Look at God.
What?
And you getting a lot of hearts.
This song happy birthday to me on my birthday.
Basic Black.
I was ecstatic.
Shirley Murdoch, a feature on a new record.
Don't tell them the name of the song.
We can't tell the name of the song.
Well, look, you got the heart, so everybody excited anyway, because they know Shirley Murdoch.
When you hear this song, this song is,
man.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing.
Wow.
Hey,
that's so dope.
Big bro here, Anthony, he brought that to life. Trust me, he brought that to life.
It was my idea. Give my props.
Oh, look, Anthony, you better get your flowers. Look.
I don't give my props at the end of the day. Go ahead. Now y'all can go ahead.
But I think it's really amazing because, like I said, and it's crazy because she's everybody's favorite interview I've done so far. Of all interviews I've done, she's like everybody's #1 favorite interview. Wow. And I think because she had did so much for just like you said, a spiritual teacher, she brought so much. She almost made me cry on the live months ago because what she did. Because at the time I was going through stuff in Texas, with the snowstorm and all that stuff like that. It was a lot. And for her just to speak so much, love in my life, I really, love and everything what she did. But she's just amazing talent. And like I said, she said it's the people that really, really are the love of who you are. Not the plaques, not all that stuff, but it's the people that really, really make who you are,
And she is true to that because like I never met her until, Anthony and all that stuff. And yeah, she's that person. I mean,
she definitely is.
Even her husband.
Yeah.
Mr. Dale, he's so
He prayed with us.
Yes, he did.
Our
first conversation, he was like, "Yo, man, we love the record. We love this. Yo, we gonna do blah blah blah." And we was like, all right, cool, you know, we appreciate it. I'm excited like a little boy, you know. I'm like, oh man, I'm just so happy. But we was like, all right, well, we gonna talk to you. He said, hey fellas, before we get off this phone, can I pray with y'all?
Yep, he did. He will pray. Oh yes.
Yes.
That's a praying man. Yes.
What? Oh my
God.
God.
I love them.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's man, you brought it out of us. So
well, look, like I said, everything has a connection for a reason. So I just really think it's dope. And like I said, Anthony and Sean, I want to ask y'all the same question. Like, how do you feel that the 90s R&B is kind of coming back? Do you feel good about everything that's come back with 90s R&B and y'all kind of getting that recognition and just understanding that y'all kind of were the innovators?
It's about time 90s R&B come back.
Yes.
God almighty. Don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking anybody that's doing their thing. Right. It's hard to get on. But, you know, it's just 90s R&B has a stamp on it. That's unlike any other decade of R&B. It's it's my era. When I grew up. So hey, that's I can tell now. I'm the older cat telling them, you don't know nothing about that. What you know about that? What you know about R. Kelly? You don't know nothing about that special kind of food. You don't know.
Okay.
You know. So yeah, I love it, man. I'm loving it.
I think it's dope.
I think that it's an amazing feeling. Especially that's my era. I grew up in the 90s. I was born in the 90s.
Yeah.
So you know, just having that remembrance, that sound, come back. Like it's something that was definitely missed, but was needed.
Yeah.
Right. Especially with everything that's going on now.
Yeah.
It kind of made the world realize you got to go back to the roots. Right. So you know, here and you know, it's definitely been a feature back then, and it's been a feature now. So I'm just grateful that we can, you know, have that sound come right back to, you know, teach the new age generation what they missed out on, but they can still learn from.
Yeah. That's so true.
And a lot of these new songs I hear now has a lot of 90s samples. Has a lot of
Yeah, and I think what I love what Sean said about a teachable moment was I love when y'all did when Spec y'all did the record Stupid off the first album. What really made me understand it was a conscious type of record, which I really love. I love conscious music. I love things that talk about the world and speak, you know, about understanding for our black youth and black people. You know what I'm saying? And I know at the time when, you know, George Bush, the dad Bush, was taking over and stuff like that, y'all were really making conscious for the black youth to really understand that, you know, we don't be stupid, don't fall for the craziness. You know what I'm saying? Be your own person.
And the thing was, with that song, that was Gene's idea at the time.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
He was like, yo, we need to do a song. Yeah. So he at the time, we really didn't understand it. At the time, we was like, we don't want to, man, what? We trying to, what? But, you know, after it came out, and like I said, like yourself, a lot of people talked to us about the song. Like, man, I'm so happy y'all did that song.
Yeah.
We appreciate it, and we're glad that Gene pushed us to do, you know, to produce that record and do it. You know.
Stupid. Yeah. Stupid. I like that.
Yeah. There was a lot of
Yeah. But it's just to make people understand too, as a black youth. I love, you know, like I said, last month was the 50th anniversary of Marvin Gaye. And one thing I've learned about Marvin Gaye was he was making us conscious about the black community and black youth. And like I said, listen to a record like a Stupid, it makes you understand what is going on in the world. You know what I'm saying? At that time in 1990, which is still years later, kind of like the same stuff we're going through with social injustice, with everything.
Man, straight.
And Marvin Gaye was before his time.
Come on.
Like, the ecology song, Mercy.
Yeah.
Good.
Save the Children.
What's going on? Mm-hmm. You can date those lyrics to the same stuff that's going on there. Police brutality.
Yeah.
You know.
Which is amazing and sad at the same time.
Yeah.
That's what we
yeah.
You know, that's all.
You know, we've been going through this a long time as people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely for sure. Yeah, definitely for sure. So now y'all, we're fast forward now. We're in a new age and a new Basic Black with Sean and the new members, Mr. Anthony. And I wanted to ask y'all, how does it feel being a part of this iconic group and really understand about everything since you kind of came in? And what year did y'all come into the group and really form back the rejuvenation of Basic Black?
I joined the group. You want to go? I joined 2018.
Oh.
2018. Yeah. It was the winter of 2018.
Oh, okay.
And like I said, his friend,
King Matrix,
was like, man, I didn't know you covered that song. I was like, yeah, man, it was always one of my favorite songs. And one of my favorite groups, he was like, I know Spence. I was like, who's that? He said that's the producer of Baby Black. Like, man, you don't know them for real. He was like, for real. I said, man, what up? He said, I'm gonna call him right now. In the true spec fashion, he never answered the phone on the first ring. He
probably thought it was a weird number. Look.
Yeah, he's probably screening. And I was like, well, man, if you get in touch with him, just to hit me up.
What happened?
I was on the toilet.
Thank you.
Tell the truth. Tell the whole story.
Yeah. You see, I said what happened.
Right, because he went, look.
I was on the toilet.
So tell the truth, sir.
What do you want? What's up, bro? Man, I got Spec on the phone. Oh, do you? Weird conversation. Hey, man, you know, I heard you cover that song, whatnot. Yeah, I would love to hear it. I said, well, shoot me a number. I'll text you the video, shout him the video, let him hear my stuff. People like, can you come to the studio Saturday? I'm like, man, I'm there. Man, can you make the studio Saturday? And that was pretty much it, you know. But just I say that all that to say that I was already familiar, you know,
right,
with
you've been a fan.
Baby Black. I grew up in the era, Teddy Riley and you know, Keith Sweat and you know, Redhead Kingpin and Johnny Kemp. You know, all of that was, you know, Today, Big Bug, Do You Really Want Me? So, you know, all of that was, you know, was in my era, my time. You know, being a teen coming up and trying to find my way, you know, that music got me through. So to be a part of something that I've always wanted to, a group that I admired, I always liked and wanted to be a part of. For me, it's like living a dream. Yeah.
Quick, King Matrix, he's from Columbus. Was one of my good friends. Been knowing him for years, and that's how we kind of connected. But with Sean, sing his ass off, and he right, but it wasn't even that. With myself, if I don't like you as a person, if we can't vibe as a person, we can't do business. I don't want your money. I don't want your business. I don't need your friendship. But with him, it was a little bit more than just, oh yeah, you can sing, you sound good, you sing, you write. You know, it really became a great friendship. As long as we're Anthony, it became a good friendship. Yeah. Aww. So that's how,
And we ain't leaving you up.
They leaving out the fact that Sean is a comedian. Seriously, you can't sit next to Sean and nothing serious, a funeral, a church service. You can't sit next to him because Sean will crack.
And you will hear it on the album. You think we got a comedian on the album. When you hear it, that's Sean changing his voice.
Oh, Lord.
But I remember 2019. It was actually the beginning. So his was at the end of 18. Mine was at the beginning of 19.
Oh, so I really would like, at the beginning, y'all really all came together, really at the same time.
Yeah, it just came together. But being new to Atlanta, I was kind of, you know, trying to feel my way out a little bit. And a person who I was, you know, friends with when I first moved here pretty much connected me to KB. And, you know, told me that, you know, they're trying to reform the legendary R&B group. And I was like, okay, I'll see what it's about. Because me coming to a new area, I'm not quick to just jump into anything. So I said, you know, come and see what it's about. And then had a meeting with both of them, did my thing in front of them, and he was like, okay. So about this song, we're gonna put you on this song right now. Like in the moment, like right after I sang for them, it was like try out this song, and that was our Always, the single Always.
Oh, I love Always. Oh.
Yeah, I tried that out, and you know, from there we just been building. But you know, just being a part of this group has just been like a blessing. It's been, you know, humbling. I'm grateful. You know, I get to, you know, bridging the gap, you know, between my generation.
There you go.
The generation of the 90s, and you know, I'm glad to be here.
And real quick, the young lady who actually told Kelvin about Anthony, her name is Carla Saunders. She's an independent filmmaker here in Atlanta. She's like the only black horror filmmaker in Atlanta.
What?
Yeah. Look her up, Carla Saunders. She actually told us about, because we actually looked at his name is Kenny, but he's a part of Intro. We actually were thinking about approaching him to being in Basic Black. No, I can agree with it, but and a few other people. But she's like, I got this guy and that. When we met Anthony, we was like, nah, this is it. We was like, he's it. So we had to look anywhere else. Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you about Always.
Oh yeah. He gotta tell you the story.
I wrote Always, and the arrangement was from me and Michael Song White. We was in the studio. We came up with Always, and I was like, I walked in the studio. I didn't even know they was gonna add somebody else.
Yeah.
So I'm like, because at first they was like, well, it's just gonna be us three, me, you, and KB. I was like, man, okay, let's do it. It's a lot of songs the same, but I got it.
Right.
So I walked in and they played Always in the first verse. I was like, that ain't me right there. I was like, I don't know who that is. Yeah. But that joker singing my song. Yeah. That joker is singing. I was like,
right.
What is that?
Yeah.
Oh, he'll be in a minute. He walked in all superstar with the glass. I was like, yes, mom. I was like,
okay.
I was like, it's on now. I knew then we gonna do some damage.
But see, at that point, me and Kay was like, okay, me and Kay was like, oh, we basically black, so we put Ann on without telling him. But now, before we do it, like before any song get released or videos or T-shirts, yo guys, what y'all think? Or what about this song? We'll text everybody. Hey, I'm waiting on everybody to say, can we record this weekend? Everybody free?
Yeah.
You know, so now it's not about me and KB saying, hey, this is what it is. It's a success.
Yeah, and it definitely should be about that. And I think I was in this program, I was just about to hit another question I was going to ask you. Do you think R&B groups are missing today in these days? And the way everything is changed now, like, you know, with so much crazy, you know, with, you know, creating groups and stuff like that, you have to have some type of peace within the group. Do you feel that's missing now in today's R&B history, in today's music?
Yeah, it is missing out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely that. Definitely.
Yeah.
That. I mean, we respect everybody's ideas. That's the thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I miss those male R&B groups and those female R&B groups, but I think they're trying to slowly kind of come back and type a new swing.
The thing I'm hoping is that the radio will embrace R&B and put it back out, because right now, so much music, you can go and hear music everywhere. Everybody's putting something out. You know what I'm saying? So, but we're you know, the fans have to accept R&B music and accept the groups. That, you know, we're putting it out there. You know what I'm saying? We haven't stopped doing it. Is that radio and the powers that be? No, we're going to push more of this. We're going to push more of that.
Yeah.
So a lot of the R&B got, you know, back down here because you don't hear it all day on the radio. And we're going to keep grinding. We're going to keep doing what we do.
And a lot of stuff they're classifying as R&B today is not R&B.
They are not R&B. Oh, look, you better preach, because it's alternative R&B, what they call it on Spotify. I'm just saying. Facts are facts. But I do agree. Oh, I'm sorry, Anthony. What you were saying?
Oh, good.
No. I was just saying I do agree with you because, and I feel like, you know, that's my job on my page as well, to also bring in the real and true R&B from the past and the present. And especially, like, you know, now with people dropping so much new music, especially, you know, R&B for what I love and what I miss vocals, I miss blending, I miss all that stuff that really make R&B music. So if I feel like it's R&B to me, especially when I know it's real genuine R&B, I have to post on my page to make sure that y'all are getting on and make sure that people are really understanding, you know, the new discovery of music, because we get so lost in the shuffle. You know, it has to be some type of people that's really coming out here to do it, like my friends from the R&B representatiors. Right. You got 90s Move, my friend Sean that y'all did. I love so much Sean.
Yeah.
So dope.
People, the crazy thing, Taraji Pitt, she has a podcast, a New Jack Swing podcast.
What?
She has a New Jack Swing podcast. So it's coming out. It's there. So yeah.
But like people like Darius, dressed in red, no goofy shit, like people like that really honor these our legends like y'all, and other people like to make sure that R&B is really pretty much here to stay from the past and the present. You know what I'm saying? But I always want to make sure for y'all that y'all always get recognized on your, you know, on my platform and everything else, because, you know, like I said, y'all really, really are a special group. You know what I'm saying? And you really, really were the beginning that I had to sit back and think like, dang, like I really kind of slept on basic. Like, I'm like, wait a minute, I felt bad. Like, I love my R&B music, and I love people that really can sing. Like, y'all some singing brothers. So
thank you.
Ain't no play over here.
Yes, sir. Yes. Give us a piano, keyboard, and we're going to sit there and do something. We don't need a laptop. We don't need a laptop and drop it. You know, we playing.
I agree, and I feel like y'all a super group because y'all do so much. Y'all do the singing, y'all produce, and y'all do so much. I feel like y'all really, really have made an element for yourself to make sure that y'all do what y'all got to do. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, learn about the business and everything. So I just really think it's pretty, you know, dope, and just really proud of you guys that y'all are back and really, really are here to stay for sure. But not even that, I want to ask you, like, what do you have one word to say about the group, basically? Like, what one word do you want to describe for yourselves?
Ooh.
Diversity.
Oh,
yeah.
We're in our own lane.
Yeah.
When you hear this, as you can hear from the basic, as the Resurrection album, there was nothing out like it. Even though we didn't get the first, because we're independent and we didn't have that what will I say, like when the labels back you and they have the marketing, the money to put the market information.
Yeah.
We didn't have that. As we won't have with this one, but our platform has grew.
Yeah.
Since the last one, because like interviews like this and people knowing that we're back.
Yes.
We got a lot of celebrities know that we're back.
Right.
But not giving us, not helping in no kind of way. And I'm gonna say that, and that's fine. But like I said, we're in our own lane, and we do it first because we love it. And we do have a fan base that respect and love our music. So
this new project, though?
This new project is.
When you hear it,
it's something on there for everybody.
It is.
It'll
be amazing.
And we're going to make sure you are one of the first ones.
Yeah. Definitely.
Well, like I said, I'm ready to listen to the new music because, like I said, I love what R&B has done for so much. And like I said, for y'all guys to really change the game in 1990 and in 2021, still, making that sound and making that legacy, regardless if you were in the group or not, you really have been impactful in so many people's lives. You get what I'm saying? Right. And like I tell people all the time, it doesn't matter if you're in a group or not. You still are who you are. You still are part of the brand. You still create your legacy. You keep it going and going.
And with this album, one thing we can definitely say, there's no auto-tune. It's singing.
Oh!
It's real singing.
We got real singers. Real singers.
Right. It's when they hit the notes, they hit the notes.
You better hit that note.
I'm telling you, there's no auto-tune on this record. I had to throw that out. These brothers can sing. We look, and they do. These brothers can sing. I'm telling you, it's crazy. It's exciting.
We hear everything.
And the crazy thing is, like today before we did this interview, and came over a little early. Yo, man, I finished the bridge to the song. You got to hear it. It's, so we still, 1990 was the first album, and we still excited about what's to come.
Yeah.
Who can say that about being on a job you've been on since 1990? You like, man, I'm tired. I'm ready to retire. No, we still, we loving it. It's the project. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of y'all. I can't wait for this third album because I know y'all about to be dropping some gems.
Yes.
And I'm just ready for sure. Look, when y'all said Shirley, I could have cut up because I'm telling you, like, I just really think it's dope that people that y'all really bigging up, and even with y'all legacy, y'all bigging up, y'all really creating this real R&B music that I miss and I love. Because I love singers, I love harmonies, I love vocals, but I really, really love people that can write and use their pen. You know what I'm saying? And I really feel for myself that when you understand about people's album and their music, it comes from a personal space, but not even that. It comes from understanding of how an album is created. And I think as time is went on, I understand from so many walks of life what y'all went through. Y'all work y'all ass off. I don't give a damn what nobody say.
Right. Thank you.
Because when it comes down to albums, I'm gonna make sure I'm support my people because you're dedicated to what you do. Like the thing about it is, this is what you do. This is what you love, and if I have to understand for myself what this album means to you from a consumer standpoint, I'm gonna support it.
So much. Thank you.
Oh, anytime. Yeah. So I wanted to ask you, because I know we're done with our live, but I'm just so proud of you guys, and I'm proud of the legacy of Basic Black. Do you have any upcoming projects since the third album is coming up? Are y'all going on tour, or what's going to be going on for you guys this coming summer and everything that's going to be coming at the end of this year?
Really, we concentrating on this new project. We're pretty much done with it. We're about to get it mixed and mastered. Like I said, we're a part of that process too. So we're really homing in on that. Shows are coming up. We're getting a new live show together right now. We're starting to practice on that. We got a few shows in Atlanta coming up that, Sean knows a few people, and we got a few shows coming up with that. And, it's shows and performances and more interviews. And we're getting the visuals together for the new single that's about to come out. So that's
y'all better come to Dallas. I know that.
Hey, we'll go. We'll show up anywhere. Trust me, believe. We'll show up anywhere. Hey, so we
in London somewhere.
Yeah. So we just getting up.
I know y'all trying to be international, which y'all are, but I'm just saying.
So we just working it out. So we ready. We ready.
Oh, I'm so proud of you guys. Like, I'm truly proud of Basic Black. And one thing I'm so proud I understand about you guys, you really, really are gems in my book.
Thank you.
You really have set the tone for a lot of stuff that I really had to learn for myself. But not even just that, you really, really have made a legacy for your group and everything that's going on. I'm just so proud of you guys. I'm really, really, truly proud. And like I said, I'm ready for this album to come out. I wish it would come out on my birthday because my birthday is coming up.
Okay.
But it's August 1st.
July 27th. Okay.
Leo, come on. Team Leo, you already know. And I'm really just proud of you guys. And I just really hope that, for sure, the legacy has to keep going because Basic Black, y'all are definitely here to stay. So proud of you guys.
And one thing I gotta say too, August 13th in our hometown of Columbus, Georgia, is Basic Black Day. We have a key to the city. Yeah, in our hometown, we have a key to the city. So something's gonna happen on August 13th, but in Columbus, Georgia. So
I'm gonna go there free. Basic Black Day. Wear my chain and everything. You see what's popping up. So what can I do?
That is so sweet. I'm so proud of you. I think, is it Anthony? Anthony, are you an alpha?
I am.
Or Sean?
06 for the good bros. Come on, Sora.
What? Okay. Hey, we can leave. Hey, but KD's a Kappa. He's not here, but KD's a Kappa.
What? Oh, Lord, see, look. Oh, Lord, look.
He's a pretty boy.
Oh, Lord. I had to do my research on
all the time.
Oh, well, I do my research on y'all because I be finding stuff. So when I look on y'all pages, I said, oh, somebody's alpha in this group. I said, okay.
They get into it all the time.
Oh, we got another story here.
So they nothing to get into it, about. We was first.
But first, and not family. Look. But no, I just want to point that out there because I know for sure I just love, Greek life. And like I said, I support my Greeks from all across the world. So proud of you guys. But back to Basic Black. So proud and so thankful and so proud of you guys that, so proud of this third album that's getting ready to come out because I know you guys are getting ready to do great things. And I'm just proud to see what you guys are going to be, taking over. Because like I said, you got Silk Sonic out there. We got to get some Basic Black out there. We got to get some more real R&B, So, But thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, guys. Thank you so much. Do you have any last words before we do end today's live today?
Just, thank you for the opportunity. People like you keep us, going.
Keep us going.
Without our supporters, without our family and our listeners, they, y'all keep us motivated. Y'all keep us up to even do this. Right. So we just got you to thank. You can follow us on The Real Basic Black. I'm on IG as well as Facebook. I'm Anthony.Dupree on Instagram, Anthony Dupree on Facebook, AnthonyDupree.com. Check us out, check me out, and check and so on.
Follow me at Sean Black Jones. That's SeanBlackJones on all platforms. I want to say it's been an honor, and I appreciate it for the platform to give our voice.
Yeah, I just want
to. If you haven't, go check out All We Need Is Love. Check out our Christmas song we dropped last Christmas.
Yeah,
I did see that. Y'all did drop that.
Yeah, yeah. And check out the Resurrection album if you haven't.
Off my mind. Just saying.
And for me, I just want to thank you for wanting to do this. You know what I'm saying? Just to feel that we are still a part of this global thing of 1990s music and R&B and all that stuff. Because some people, they don't appreciate 90s music and the old school art. And I don't want to put it in the old school artists, even though we do have newer members, younger members, and the music that's coming out, you'll hear a total difference of it. But I just want to thank you for just allowing us to be on your platform. Because you could be like, I'd rather talk to Nicki Minaj or da-da-da. But I appreciate you, giving us this opportunity to speak what we're talking about.
Well, like I said, no matter what, like I said, if you create history and have an impact, you are always open to my platform. Because no matter what has happened, what I've learned about R&B music and about people, you got to honor the people that's here. Well, the legacy has to keep going.
DM us, your information, size, and we're going to give you a few T-shirts. Yeah, definitely do that. We're definitely going to give you when the first single is done, when the album is done, you're going to get it. So don't even worry about, everything. But yeah, definitely DM at The Real Basic Black DM us your information so we can see your t-shirt.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate this so much. Well, you know I love you guys.
If you want to, as an option, when the album drops, we can go live again. Yeah. And we can play everything live.
Baby, do it, because y'all be, you know what? Y'all know y'all gonna be the first in history on my platform to do that, right? Y'all know y'all gonna be the first in history. Y'all gonna be the first in history if y'all do that, right?
Let's get it started. We have a listening party. The Basic Black new record, new album listening party on your project, on your platform.
Look, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Just give me a date. That's it. I'm here for
it. But the setting's gonna be a little bit different. We might have a little bit more shiny, a little bit more spice in the life.
Well, I'm gonna get cute. Well, you know what? For that, I'm gonna get cute.
Okay? What are you talking about? You already there. What are you talking about? You already. What?
No, like no.
Hold on.
No.
I'm getting close. Hold on. You already.
Look. You already know. I'm just saying.
I know this. Hey. I know. What are you talking about?
Oh, thank you guys so much. But yeah, definitely, if y'all do that, y'all will be the first in history on my platform to do that.
We're going to do that. We definitely going to do it.
Guaranteed. Well, I love you guys, and thank you so much. And I'm so proud of you. And like I said, make sure from the bottom of my heart, come on back on my platform. I got you. Anything you need. And about the t-shirts, too, if y'all want to sell y'all merchandise, I will definitely repost it on my page. I got you guys. I will make sure that you guys will always get flowers recognized on my platform. So thank you so much. But before I do my in my live, I got to do my little my last little announcements. So also, guys, this Friday coming up, guys, we are celebrating the 25th anniversary of Toni Braxton's album, Secrets, which I'm so excited about. I will have an R&B legend songwriter, Miss Gloria Stewart. She will be on my platform this Friday. She's so dope. I'm so excited to have her on my platform, y'all. She was the legendary songwriter who co-wrote I Love Me Some Him on the album, which I'm so excited to probably have on my platform. Yes. And also, with my last two R&B song relationship, I'm about to end season 1, where I do my episodes where I talk about classic song hits and I break them down into real life situations. I will get ready to break down the 2 songs, Unbreak My Heart by Toni Braxton. I have my guest, Miss Shante from the House of Vinyl. She'll be coming on live with me. And then also Miss Shante Dunbar. We're going to be breaking down I Love Me Some Him, the song as well. So, guys, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, Basic Black. You will forever have flowers on my platform. I'm so proud of you guys, and thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And like I said, we are done our interview for the 31-year Legends, Basic Black. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, guys. Y'all be blessed.
Peace.
Bye-bye.